money do I need to buy 10 pounds of apples? I'm sure you can tell me. It's 75 cents times 10, which is 750. Now that's 750 cents. The question is asking us, how many dollars will it be? And we want to get something that says $750. So looking at our answers here, we want something that goes 75 times the 10, and then we divide. How did we get cents to go to dollars? We divide it by 100. So we look at this formula here. It says 75 times 10 over 100. We know that the 10 really was an x. And now we can look around here, and there's our answer. 75x divided by 100. We're going to take the situation when this right here, the circle, is smaller than the square, right? It's touching it right on the corners. Now this is a special situation. What happens here is that we know that this line, which is half of the diameter, is 5. So what they don't tell you is it makes sense to continue this line. Now it's another 5 because we know that this is the center. And they usually explain it is the center. So that allows us to make this extension. We can only do this because any line coming from the center will be the same as this line. Okay? If this line is 10, what do we know about squares? Which of these becomes 10, right? There's a 10, and there's a 10. So, here's the challenge. What is the area of the entire square? 10 times 10. So that gives us 100. I'll put that right here. In the center, we know that the formula, area equals pi r squared. We know that the r here is this number, the 5. So this will be 25 pi. So usually the answer is subtraction. The area of the square minus the area of the circle. And that will give you the shaded parts. Okay. So the entire square is 100. So we say 100 minus the 25 pi. And we remember that 25 pi is like 25 times about 3. So if you wanted to look at this, you'd say, okay, this is about 75 here. Okay? Good. Students ask me, how can I improve my verbal score? My answer does not often please them. I tell them, take a list of typical words. There are many books out there that have a list. Sit down with some friends and make a game of it. You cover up everything, all of the description of the word, its definition. You just look at the word. If you can create a synonym, then that's your word and you check it off. If you can't create a synonym and give an example in a sentence, go ahead and read it and try to create an emotional interaction with that word. Create a situation where you are using that word, like malign. Malign happens to be a word I know, so it's to say something bad about someone, to criticize and to be negative to the person. Well, he maligned my father, so I don't like him. He said something bad about my father, and I didn't like that. My father's a good person. Why did he malign my father? Okay, you have some fun like this. It's a good idea to study with other people, and some of my students tell me, nobody's going to do that. I mean, in my class, my teacher goes over 10 words, and we discuss them, and those are the 10 words we learn for that day or for that week.